Hi everyone, this is ScreenguardGuy. This game comes from the Play Cyber Games Indonesia tournament, July, and it features MNQ OMG as well as XcN. Before I begin, I just want to give a huge shout out to Kanaldi Zareki, one of my subscribers, who made this fantastic overlay thing you're seeing in the bottom right hand corner. Just really a huge thank you. I didn't ask him to make it for me. He just said, I saw you needed one, and I decided to make one for you, and I'm just so grateful because it looks really professional. It looks really cool. So much better than that white thing I had before. So yeah, a big thank you. And what's gonna go? One, two. Yeah, actually there is an observer slot. Huh. What do you know? Anyway, Lycanthrope's gonna be the first ban. I would like to say that that's uncommon, but no. Lycanthrope obviously banned in virtually all the scenes. Actually, I'm not so sure about the Chinese scene. I haven't really seen a Chinese replay since about like a few months ago when we saw one of the PIS's practice matches, and it's going to be in reply from the Sentinel Rubik. Shadow Demon's also going to be banned, and yeah, just the thing about Rubik, I'm actually kind of sick of seeing him being played. He's not really that. I've never seen a Rubik played where he actually like becomes the game-changing, the MVP of the team. I mean, sure, Spell Steal is fantastic ability. Fade Bolt also really good, and Telekinesis is a great ganking spell. But I don't think I've ever seen him being utilized in a way that's super creative, that's super fun to watch. That I really enjoy. Unlike Beastmaster or whatever, very amazing heroes to watch. A lot of damage, a lot of initiation, really flashy kind of heroes. And I guess, well, maybe that's really superficial, but. Yeah, anyway, Naga Siren's also going to be banned, very commonly seen. Bat Rider as well. We haven't seen Bat Rider played so much, usually because he's very commonly banned. He's one of those heroes, if you can get a really good early game, he can shut you down. But he is very much an early game hero, and actually if you can survive that bit without getting like 50 kills, without getting killed 50 times, you're in a good steed to handle Bat Rider. I don't know, I'm not the best Bat Rider player, but that's what I've observed. Certainly, I think past the 30-40 minute mark, he's not really. He loses a bit of his effectiveness. That's what I'm going to say. But Flaming Lasso is such a great skill. So, I don't know. Windrunner also banned. Such a common hero. She's such a powerful ganker, as well as an anti-push, and as well as just overall, as a DPS hero, is also very powerful. Ancient Apparition is going to be picked up first, that global ultimate. Very powerful laner. I love Cold Feet. In response, it's going to be a Earthshaker, probably the best ganker in the game, as well as a Morphling. I really actually enjoy Morphling as a late game carry. The reason why is because, okay, I mean, this is really obvious what I'm going to say, is because for him, any items you pick up, you can pick up tanking items as well as DPS items at the same time. I don't think you can do this with really any other hero. It's just because of that morph ability. Let's say Anti-Mage, you kind of have to pick up a Vanguard, because if not, he's not going to survive those team fights long enough to start, making hits. Whereas Morphling has so many survivability skills. He's got that. He can like switch out with his Replicate. He has that waveform, and he has that morph, which means you can, if you're low on life, you can start morphing. I mean, obviously there are ways to take him down. There are ways to counter this, but really, in terms of item progression, he can be more effective early on than any other late game carry. Let's say you put on a Lincoln Sphere onto him. Not only does it give him those stats for agility, it also gives him 4 strength, and if he wants, he can play around with them, which is just, you don't see that in any other carry. I guess that's my rant on Morphling. I'm feeling very rantish today. Anyway, Beastmaster as well as Queen of Pain going to be picked up, so the Scourge are going to go for a very gank-heavy kind of lineup. Not so sure if they can win in terms of team fights, just because a Puck has been picked up on the Sentinel side. I believe Puck is definitely one of those heroes who makes such a big difference in the team fight. And the thing is, from what I've seen on the Sentinel so far, they have such great initiation. Puck gets a blink. Let's say Earthshaker initiates, comes in, blink dagger, huge ultimate. Everybody's stunned. You chains those stuns perfectly. You also have Puck coming in, finish it off with the Dream Coil. Suddenly, if the Sentinel are, let's say, they're grouping around, their positioning is bad, they can easily, they have to pay for it immediately. Morphling's going to waveform in. That's also a great initiation, which does a ton of damage. His adapt to strike, he can do so much burst damage, and yeah, overall, I think the Sentinel do have the the advantage in terms of teamfight. Not that the Scourge are lacking in terms of initiation. Certainly, Roar is probably the most fun initiation spell I've ever seen, as well as Queen of Pain, her Blink, that Scream, as well as that Sonic Wave. But in terms of stuns, you know, being able to come in, stop everybody in their tracks. Earthshaker is pretty much like, he can do what Faceless Void. His skills, his 3 skills, that his Fissure, as well as his Enchant Totem, as well as his Echo Slam, are pretty much like a Chronosphere, except with damage. That's what I'm saying. It just, everybody gets shut down by it. It's kind of like a big black hole with damage. That's what I've seen. I don't know. Maybe I'm just ranting. I was supposed to see The Dark Knight Rises today. That's why. Okay, it doesn't make any sense now. I'm in a terrible mood because I was supposed to see The Dark Knight Rises right now. It's midnight in Australia. I screwed up the tickets, and I'm only going to see it later today, and I was looking forward to that movie. So I said I'm going to cast a DotA game. And yeah, nobody cares, but I'm just saying, I'm in a terrible mood, and so I'm going to give my 2 bits about Morphling and team fight initiation. Now, what the Scourge need, I would say, is either you can go for the late game carry route and then try and out carry the Morphling, which I don't think is a good idea, but you can. I mean, there's still Dragon Knights in the pick, Weavers in the pick. I'm not saying these guys can out carry the Morphling, but they certainly had their effectiveness easier and earlier. Or you can go for a pushing kind of phase. Chun is still in there. You still have Broodmother. Broodmother not usually seen in Southeast Asian sort of gameplay. I don't think in the Indonesian styles either, but oh no, it's going to be an Enchantress. Enchantress, well, she's kind of like Chun, not as effective later on, and certainly, but she can. I think she fits the ganker role a bit more. Like, you really only need like one or 2 creeps really to gank, and then you come with the impetus, which she doesn't need a ton of farm. She can do a tremendous amount of pure damage. The enchant will slow down heroes, and she's got a bit of survivability coming in from those wisps. So yeah. Overall, not a bad pick, and I do like her. It just really, I've never really seen her as the game-changing hero as well. She's usually played as a support, and you know, not such a fan. And it's gonna be a Lina, Slayer. Sure, I feel about that. And Spectre. Okay, well, I really want to talk about the Lina, but instead I'll talk about the Spectre a bit. Spectre, one of those heroes. I'm gonna say so annoying to deal with, so annoying to fight against if it gets late. If I had to make a list, like in terms of like if I gave every hero. Every 108 heroes, like infinite amounts of gold, and just level 25, and I put them together in one little packet to fight each other. Spectre is definitely one of the top 5. Like, end of it, she'll still be alive and kicking. Just so powerful, dispersion. And the thing is, she does need a lot of farm. I'm talking like 65 minutes. Once you get her to the 65-minute mark, if you're still alive, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're down 2 Raxes, she will win the game because she'll just start coming in and killing everybody. She's just absolutely insane. But the thing is, she does need that like 65-minute farm. She can definitely out carry the Morphling, in my mind. I'm not sure if that's true, but in my mind, it's probably not true. Anyway, but the thing is, she does need a lot of farm, but the thing is, she kind of works better. I mean, I guess if you use her a bit more creatively, she can be used as a ganker. Spectral Dagger is so powerful. Haunt can definitely give her that teamfight presence. Yeah, I want to talk about this a lot more. And I'm just going to look at this Sentinel. I'm thinking, what do they need at this point? I'm thinking someone with teamfight presence, because obviously that's what they're building towards, is a huge teamfight. Somebody, I mean, at the moment, all heroes can have a blink, except for the Morphling, and he has a natural blink. I'm thinking somebody tanky, somebody who can take it. There's going to be a lot of damage. There's going to be a lot of gank. So somebody like a Panda, yeah, Panda, I guess. His ultimate makes him very, very survivable. I was about to suggest DK. I actually kind of prefer DK, because DK's... you know, awesome. I really hate Lina's spell names. Is it Light Strike Array? Anyway, Puck is going to go to the top. I can never remember the names of her spells. Laguna Blade, Light Strike Array, and Dragon Slave, Fiery Soul or something. Anyway, it looks like it's going to be a 4-man roam. Panda probably going to go to the mid. Not going to be picking up a bottle well, I mean, like, roughly around the 3-minute mark if he has good time. Spectre's going to be going to the top. She has correctly, I think, bought a ton of regenerative health regen items. Going against that Puck is not going to be easy. Maybe once she hits level 3, level 4, puts a few points into her second skill, able to do that pure damage. Maybe she can make a go, make a bit of harass. Is she going to go mid? I don't think she's bought the right item. She's going to go mid. Oh, there's going to be a huge go. There's going to be a 4-minute as well as that Light Strike Array and a very perfect Fissure. Now we're going to see Ancient Apparition drop in the blink of an eye. First blood. Ooh, Ancient Apparition way too aggressive there. Queen of Pain, she's going to be going null talismans first. Going to be a tri-lane. A lot of stats on that Enchantress. I think a bit too many stats. I mean, 5 GG branches? Okay. No, it will be Beastmaster going to the mid. He's not going to pick up a bottle. He's going to pick up a very, very early bottle. He's just got 2 GG branches. That is going to give him, I'd say, at least a minute advantage. Maybe less than that. 50 seconds on that Panda. But then again, they did get the first blood, so... But, no, I don't think Panda assisted, so yeah, never mind. Anyway, doing a nice bit of creep block. I just like watching that. What's going to be going on here? It's probably going to be something a bit of go. Any wards in the jungle? Nope. Absolutely not. In the mid lane, I'd say Beastmaster should definitely have the advantage. Those axes, I think, are just a bit better for harass and for pushing the creep wave than Clap. And what's going to be going on here? Immediately a Fisher, as well as a lot of action. Okay, apologies. I'm going to be watching this lane a lot closer. I was going to go to the top lane just to check out how that Spectre was faring. Shouldn't be very well, at least for the first couple of levels. In the meantime, Ancient Apparition as well as Enchantress do have to watch out. I wonder if Enchantress is going to go for an early gank, maybe pick up strong hero, and there's going to be already a bit of a go made onto that Beastmaster. Just going to trade hits a little bit. They are very, very low on health. If there's another Clap, nope, runs on the tower just so very, very closely. Yep, going to have to watch this because it is so... No, looks like they're going to be going up for a gank. There's that Light Strike Array as well. Is there going to be a Mana Burn? Is there going to be? Yes, there it is. That's 100, but Cold's Feet does not proc. A few more right clicks. And yeah, that should be the end of the team fight. Nope, Light Strike Array on that Ancient Apparition, looking in a lot of trouble. There's going to be a Scream. She does go down to the Shadow Strike. Cold Feet's going to go off on the Ancient Apparition, but meantime, Enchantress looking in a lot of trouble. She's going to get waveform down. Queen of Pain's going to survive just fine, but now Ancient Apparition has to run away. Okay. Yep, that was cool. And something happened with the Panda because he's very, very low on life. Bottle already up on the Beastmaster. He's going to be spamming those axes. In the meantime, oh, that phase shift as well as that Winning Rift, as well as just those right clicks are going to take down the Spectre so hard. I wonder if she's going to make a go. She has bought a lot of health regenerative, a lot of health regen, but she is forced to burn through them so very, very quickly. Really want to check out the farm, but I know I'll miss something. Plus the Observer slot in the wrong place, so I cannot do that easily. Well, I can still do it, just very, very difficult. Anyway, there's going to be an invisible Beastmaster. He's going to be coming in. Where is Panda? Panda is going to be sitting back. Oh, just going to check the middle here. Oh, he has his bottle already. Very nice job by the Sentinel. They've managed to win the lane, which I thought would certainly have a... I would have thought that the Scourge would have had an easier time. That Enchantress always able to come in with an extra creep, and really at this point, an extra creep is kind of like having an extra hero on your side. Extra, like, I mean, it just like gives you an extra skill at the very least to start skilling, start using. Oh my goodness, there's so much action. I really don't want to miss it. I'm having to watch all 3 points in the mini map and talk. Yeah. Anyway, there's gonna be a bit of a go made. Spectral Dagger's gonna go. I think that was just more for us. Nope, she's actually gonna chase, and a few more right clicks. There's that pure damage. Few more right clicks. At this point, what's going on? Gonna run into the trees and tango out. Take a bit of harass. What did you just buy? Poor man's shield. Gonna help a little bit withstanding the harass, the right click harasses of that puck. Beastmaster gonna have to be very, very careful. A go could be easily made on him, but yeah, looks like that Earthshaker gonna be enough. Wonder what he's gonna buy, and what's gonna be going on here. I'm just so certain something's gonna happen. Enchantress is gonna be jungling it up. Probably going to identify like a strong creep, maybe make a go for this puck because that Spectre does need farming. She needs it fast. For some reason I've decided that Spectre is a chick. It's just, it makes sense to me. I don't know. There's going to be a Fisher. I'm not sure if that's for harass. There's a waveform in as well as that Light Strike Array, as well as Cold Feet on that Morphling, and he's going to have to back out Shadow Strike. He's got to switch everything to Strength, otherwise he would be in a lot of trouble. A bit of a failed gank there. In the meantime, what's going to be going on up here? Because I just saw a lot of red. And there's going to be a few more right clicks. Puck doing very, very well to win this lane. But it would be better if he could win it a bit more convincingly. At the moment, Spectre is somehow out-leveling him. It's very, very slight. It's not like a whole level, but certainly certainly significant at this point. And we'll be seeing who's going to be leading in terms of level. Panda already level 6, so he does have that split, in which case Beastmaster is going to have to be very, very careful. In fact, he may actually even go down now. Nope. Yeah, there goes that split. He's definitely going to want to kill. I mean, you do not want to waste this. There's the stun, as well as a lot of right clicks. That immolation doing a ton of damage. There's that tornado, but it's only level 1, very, very low. There's going to be another stun, more right clicks, more right clicks. Are they going to get, no, that TP in from the Ancient Apparition. There's a roar going on that Panda. Cold Feet, it's definitely going to proc. He's going to get hit before he can do clap. That boar is going to be doing a lot of damage. Come on, no, he kills the boar. Beastmaster looking very low, but he wants this. Axes. Nope, he's going to bottle up. Axes, nope. In the end, failed ganks for both sides. A lot of time wasted. Panda, but more importantly, Panda wasted the ultimate. And in the meantime, they just did make a go on the puck. Apologies, I saw it. I was just unsure if there was actually going to be more action in the mid lane. Both heroes looking very, very low. Boots already picked up on the Panda. Only a magic wand. Anyway, Enchantress picking up that seems to have a fondness for these Satyr Hellcasters. Because it gives extra regen? Yes, extra HP regen. Nope. Okay, I wonder if she picked up a low health creep. Anyway, Puck gonna have to watch out. Now, Enchantress at level 4 only, so that enchant not skilled so high. Ooh, there's a go made on that. Sorry. Well, there's gonna be a right click, and yes, Queen of Pain will be going down. Light Strike Array, such a powerful spell. Imagine you can catch out that Queen of Pain. Is there going to be a push made on this tower? Just going to check whether or not he's turned it on. Yes, he has turned on the Ring of Basilius. He's already bought his Ring of Health. He's going to go for a Ring of, going to go for the Perseverance now. There's going to be a few more right clicks. I'm not sure if Spectre can make that kill quite yet, but she'll definitely be trying to make a few more. At the very least, Boots picked up on the Enchantress. Nothing else. Just a lot of GG branches. Extra 5 stats. Never bad. Boots are also up on that Beastmaster. Not at all in the same level cast. They're definitely going to want to go for at least a bit of initiation. Is there going to be Roar? Nope. Should still be on cooldown, but there's no easy way to check. Well, short of pulling up a screen that... apologies. I'm just going to put that on the screen. Nope. Yeah, Beastmaster's Roar is off cooldown, but Panda still has another 45 seconds to go. And Panda's just going to go to the jungle a little bit. He picked up that rune, and is there going to be a gank? Nope, no creep just yet. Nope, there is a Satyr. Just going to do a bit of its mana burn. It's going to run away. I'm very, very cautious, but I believe in terms, if we're looking at the Morphling versus the Spectre, who has the better farm? Poor Man's Shield and a Wraithband is Boots. Ring of Health. I kind of like Ring of Health a lot better, as well as that since he's also picked up a Ring of Basilius. Is there going to be a go made? Ooh, they're going to be going. They're looking for blood. Dream Coil's gone off as well as Fisher. He's going to die. Unless he has Haunt. Nope. He's going to die. Hit by everything. Waning Rift doing such a great job. Silence. Light Strike Array. And yeah, Scourge completely unaware and unprepared for that. Assault. Losing ganks left, right, and center. I'm just going to see a bit of a go made. Cold Feet's going to go, as well as that Boar, as well as the Roar, as well as more right clicks. It's going to be Axes, yes, and Panda's going to go down. At the very least, they have that. This game is not over yet. Queen of Pain not able to shut down the Morphling, but who really can shut down a Morphling? Such a strong hero. There's going to be a teleport in. Is there going to be a stun? There it is. All the stuns. Beastmaster looking so much danger. He gets hit by the clap, and he's going to go down. Enchantress, though, she does have those creeps. Fortunately, not able to make a go on that Beastmaster. Tower's looking very, very low. I wonder if they're going to make a push for it. Spectre should not be out here. She does need to keep farming. She needs not only levels, but as well as a ton of gold. Yep. We're just going to check the skills. It's only 5-4. Really, I was under the impression that Scourge were losing. But I feel like I'm not so sure if they're playing against the clock, because Morphling gets big before Spectre does, and there's going to be a while where he's the king of the hill. He's going to be like the reign of terror until they can get Spectre like a Heart of Tresk and a Mantis Style and a Divine Rapier, or whatever your build for Spectre is. It does take a while, so I'm just wondering what's she gonna get, and yeah, how long will it take her to get that? And is she going to play it as a late game hero? I don't think that's the way to go, because for a while, that at least that Morphling can get fat and can get dominated. Just dominate the whole game until you can get farmed. Certainly, maybe if the rest of your team does, fantastic amount of ganks, shuts down the Panda, who's also very, very powerful and very, very potent. Maybe something can happen. Maybe you can actually get that. But other than that, I don't think you should be playing the Spectre as a late game hero. You should try and utilize her a bit earlier. I don't know. Gold from kills is always more satisfying than gold from creeps. Apologies if you can hear my computer whirring. I don't know why it's doing that. Well, I have a theory. It's because it's recording a Dota game, but recording my commentary. But it's gonna be phase boots on that Spectre. So it looks like, yeah, it will be played as a bit of a. I think there's gonna be a roar. Panda not having the best time at all. I think that's his third death that we've seen. Wow, I'd be crying at this point. Anyway, we're going to be seeing a push made. It's very, very low, but there's no siege unit, and it's just 2 creeps. Not sure if they can actually do this. Mana boots, yes, picked up on the Enchantress. It's going to go Necro Book for the Beastmaster. I like it. It's a pushing item. It's a bit of a ganking item. And we're going to be seeing what's going to be going on at this bottom lane. Nope. Queen of Pain is all the way back here. So if those 3 are looking for set up a gank, that is not going to happen anytime soon. Going to waste a little bit more of the support's time. They should be going for this Spectre. She is a big, big, big hero. Anyway, it looks like there's going to be a gank coming in for the Morphling. Double damage rune. No, sorry, invisibility rune has been picked up. Not yet popped. Queen of Pain. Is she going to bait in something? Only boots, Earthshaker. Only boots. Not even mana boots. Certainly nowhere near a blink. There's going to be a long-range Fisher. Very nicely done. Blink out just in time, dodging that. Spectre's going to come in. There's an Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. They really want this Morphling. Scream of Pain's going to do it. Wow, fantastic play coming in from the Scourge. Amazing, amazing play. And yeah, it looks like Spectre's haunt has paid off. She's come down. I'm sorry, did she haunt him? Oh, anyway, there's going to be a Fisher, a long-range Fisher, hitting 2. There's that Dragon Slave. Ooh, Panda goes down. Clap doing such a phenomenal amount of damage. And, yeah, so does Lina. And there's going to be a Spectral Dagger. But Dream Coil is dropped on that Beastmaster, preventing him. He's going to go invisible. Invisibility rune, very nice. Scream of Pain's going to finish off another hero. And, yes, there is the ultimate. Is it enough? She's going to teleport out. Nope, there's that Cyclone. She needs to get out. Come on, Spectre. Run, run, run. Nope, unfortunately not enough. So it was a 1-for-1 carry trade. Morphling is back. He's going to be making another go. The Shadow Strike has gone off on the Panda, but there's definitely no follow-up. But Beastmaster lurking around, invisible. Ancient Apparition Ice Blast going to hit nothing. It's going to be more damage. Axis going to kill that Panda. Laguna Blade's going to destroy the Enchantress. But Lina goes down. How many kills? This is one big team fight. More and more damage, but there's a survivability I was talking about in the Morphling. He's just taking everything. A big Fisher is going to save his life. Cold Feet will not proc. Is that the end of the engage? And Ancient Apparition's Ice Blast was, I think, wasted. I mean, if you hit him now, well, he won't die, but at least give the player like a heart attack or something. Anyway, yeah. So that was like one big team fight. Let's find out who came out ahead. It's 8-10 in favor of the Scourge. Let's say the Scourge. Why not? Even though I don't feel it was like an overwhelming victory for the Scourge. Number of heroes died so very many times. But yeah. Anyway, I like the way this Spectre was willing to come in. Willing to pull those ganks, even though, yeah, she's being played as a ganker. Which is, I think that's the correct way to play her in this situation. You cannot wait for a huge amount of farm. Morphling will just shut you down. Anyway, I really like the whatchamacallit build. Oh my goodness, Necrobook build. How do I forget a word that I use like every single day? Necronomicon. Is there going to be a gank on the Spectre? She's gone back to the top for a farm. Does she know? There are no wards. She's going to get hit by a Dream Coil immediately, trying to run away. Shoot a dagger, shoot a dagger, shoot a dagger. Nope. She's going to get hit by absolutely everything, and she's going to die. In an instant. In an instant. A few creeps is going to be a bit of a push made. There's that Fisher is going to try and stop everything, but I think this push is going to happen no matter what, unless Morphling wants to. Nope, Morphling does not want to tango. At the moment, he's not very farmed at all. Only finishing running with Quilla and Power Treads. That is abysmal, actually. Oh, it's 13 minutes in. That's actually really good for 13 minutes, but not at all what you need if you want to win a team fight. And another very early tower down. But in the meantime, tower has gone down at the top, so they're getting, both sides getting gold advantage. Ancient Apparition Ice Blast is definitely going to finish that off. And yeah, more kills going on. I love it when Ancient Apparition can do that. He's going to buy a Django. Not sure how I feel about this, since I feel a Mechanism might be better, but they don't want to take it as a team fight, so yeah. Perfectly valid, perfectly valid. Queen of Pain's going to go for 2 null talismans. And yeah, mana boots. And are they going to continue with this push? I'm not sure if that's the right way to go. Anyway, going to give Spectre some time to farm up. And she can always come in haunt if she ever wants to join the team fight. There's going to be a roar on that Beastmaster as well as a Sonic Wave. He's going to go down. He's got hit by 3 ultimates. Two ultimates. That's depressing. If there was an impetus there, actually, he would have been hit by 3. I'm not sure. Fortunately, I didn't catch. I don't believe he was. And look at the amount of damage Necrobook with Nature's Tendon is going to heal everybody up. It's going to be Ancient Apparition. Ice Blast is going to catch Morphling. Yes, it does. One more pure damage. He's going to shatter. Oh, my goodness. That was insane. Oh, the shatter from pure damage because why? Impetus is awesome. That's why. A Fisher's going to push everybody back, but they got, I think, everything they wanted. They just wanted that tier 2 tower. They got everything they wanted and more. Morphling kill is just, I think, sweetens the deal. Just a bit of sugar on the top of a very icing intense cake made out of fudge and strawberries. Anyway, Tooth Wraith Bands are going to be picked up. I don't really like Wraith Bands as an item ever, but you can make a case for it, and I'm not going to argue too much. I believe in Bracers. I believe in Null Talismans. I don't believe in Wraith Bands. Consider me, I don't know. I'm a noob, so just, if you want to buy Wraith Bands, go ahead. And obviously all the pros do it, so whatever. Anyway, Necronomicon, level 2. Now, I'd say momentum is definitely in the Scourger's favor. If you want to argue that, feel free. So the question is, what can the Sentinel do to make a comeback? Because it's definitely not over for them. I mean, as I say, they have Morphling. They have such great ganking potential as well. Teamfight potential, I think they have it made. And Morphling, he's going to get big. I mean, it's really difficult to shut down a Morphling, particularly with this lineup. But who knows? Anyway, there's going to be a huge go made. Fisher immediately destroying the Ancient Apparition, as well as Dream Coil onto, and as well as that Winged Wraith to silence them. I don't think they can take this. Ooh, Panda manages to pop his ultimate. A big, well, not a very, very small, actually, ultimate coming in from the Earthshaker, but it was very, very nicely chained. A few more right clicks, gonna kill. Scream's gonna destroy that Earthshaker, not having the best time of his life. Nature's Tendon is gonna heal up that, what's her face, and she's going to do Enchantress. She's going to be doing a lot of damage. Panda goes down. There's the roar. And the Sonic Wave almost finishing her off. Right clicks galore going to destroy that Lena. And I think that may have been the team fight that they could not afford to lose. The Scourge were like, okay, if we're going to lose a team fight, it can't happen in the next 5 minutes. And they just lost a team fight in the next 5 minutes. So, more things should go back to farming. But they did lose the Spectre in the end. I'm not sure. It's a bit of a small victory. Inner Beast is going to be skilled. There's going to be Boots. Necrobook, that's it. Not even going to... Who has the Mantis Style? Nope, sorry, it's just a Buckler. Not the Mantis Style. Who has the... Mechanism. Mechanism will probably be picked... probably be picked up by that Enchantress very, very quickly. To push this down. I wonder if tempoing in there is a mistake. Immediate Waning Rift. As well as a Fisher Initiation. Oh, I believe staying there might have been a mistake. Enchantress looking in a lot of trouble. Going to get hit by 3 stuns at the same time. As well as a Collapse. As well as getting healed a lot, but she is going to go down in the end. Oh, Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. Just missing because of the phase shift from the puck. Otherwise, he would have shattered. And yeah, so a bit of a comeback. That's kind of what they need to do, like about 10 more times. But in the end of the day, if Morphling can, just keep farming it up. I don't know, Spectre also has a farm. That's the dangerous thing. Morphling going to get chased just a little bit. And he has not got the best farm at all. They're actually going to make this a continuous go, but he is just so very, very fast. Is he the only one who's upgraded his boots? I hooded it. I thought the Enchantress was getting the mechanism. I'm not sure if that's miscommunication or intentional. Maybe she's just getting a buckler. Okay, one's getting a buckler, the other one's getting a headdress of rejuvenation. The thing is, right, if it's one time, maybe it's miscommunication. I've seen this like a lot of times in a lot of games. Just a lot of teams just getting multiple mechanisms and mechanism parks. I don't think that a professional team can have that kind of miscommunication. I think we're looking at a strategy. This is like the 20-minute Hand of Midas thing. It's like there's some kind of hidden strategy you normal players don't know about. This Necrobook's going to be popped as well as a Fisher. It's going to be Haunting, but those are just illusions. Mana Burn's going to almost take down, and yes, it will. I'm sorry, the Ice Blast is going to take down that Lena. Earthshaker also falls. as well as Ancient Apparition. Dream Coil is going to go off, but there's no follow-up at all. Spectral Dagger, Morphling trying to come in. He's trying to do stuff, but he's going to get taken down. That pure damage from the Enchantress. What a perfect counter, that Morphling. And yeah. 3 for 1. Nope, 4 for 1. Yeah, that's... Wow. Amazing play from Scourge. This is the first time I've seen a ganking Spectre, I'm just going to say. And I think it's brilliant. Forget late game. Seriously, is that what's going on? Is that, like, I don't know, mechanism parts? Yeah, you normal folk, you guys, if you're not playing at, you know, this level with the multiple mechanisms. Anyway, it's going to be silence. It's going to be... I like this. I really like it a lot. Bring down the Panda so very well before you can pop the ultimate. Or maybe if you want, you can use it on the Morphling. Just burst him down so much faster. In the meantime, Spectre gonna get her farm. I want to see what she's gonna get. Is she gonna get a Radiance? Is that? I know it's played by some. I don't actually recommend a Radiance, mainly because of personal reasons. 3,500. She's probably gonna go for a Radiance. Maybe straight Divine. Certainly Radiance helps with your farm, and yeah, I guess when you have multiple illusions, it's always good to get a Radiance. But I've never seen that as the item of choice for me, personally. Because I'm such a great player. It's going to be a smoke. They're going to be trying, unfortunately, very much wasted. No heroes on the top lane at all. And they're going to go into the jungle, but don't think they'll catch anybody out. Yep, the entire jungle has just been cleared. In fact, it looks like they're going to go for a Roshan. Well, they are going for a Roshan. That boar. Anyway, there's going to be Cold Feet will proc and do the Scourge, do the Sentinel? No. They're still roaming in the jungle. There's a lot of damage going on in that Roshan. Morphling, how are you doing on farm? Nope. Actually, let me check. Anyway, it's gonna be Spectre has acquired the Aegis. That's not good. What are we gonna be seeing? Only 1900. Don't know if he's gonna still go for a Lincoln Sphere or he's gonna go straight Manta. It's just bringing some damage. The moment he's not really pulling his own weight in terms of damage. But the thing, like I said about Morphling, any survivability item you can also bring in for damage. So I mean, Lincoln Sphere will give him a tremendous amount of damage, or as well as survivability. I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, maybe if he goes, if he goes Manta, obviously he's gonna get more. But yeah. Or Ethereal Blade. That will also give him a phenomenal amount of damage. Point Booster picked up. And Mechanism, yeah, finished. Is there going to be another Mechanism on the Ancient Apparition? He's picked up the headdress. Just the headdress. Maybe just for the aura? Who knows? Anyway, Django of Endurance also going to be picked up. That tower, is it going to be defended? Looks like all heroes are going to be mounting for a push. Blink Dagger picked up on the Panda, that's going to be big. But no Blink Dagger, not even a Mana Boots on that Earthshaker. That is not good. At this point, 23 minutes in the game, even without Earthshaker's going to have a terrible time casting his spells. Enchantress going to blink in. I don't know if they can defend it. That's an illusion. Nope, sorry, that is the real deal. And there's going to be a Haunt coming in. There's going to be a lot of damage. Ancient Apparition Ice Blast is hit, but not gonna pop the ultimate. There's gonna be stuns. Dream Coil on 2. There's the Panda coming in. A roar immediately. Panda jumping in. A huge mistake at this point. A phase shift to dodge, but he's gonna get hit by everything. Phase shift not helping in this instance. There's gonna be a go made. Are they gonna go for the Morphling? Nope. Queen of Pain gonna come in. She's gonna use a Shadow Strike, but immediate stun onto that Queen of Pain. She's gonna throw out her ultimate before she dies. The Gunda Blade's gonna do it. Right clicks, Morphling, and yep, gonna wave out, and he's gonna get hit by Spectral Dagger, and she's not gonna chase. Light Strike Array, nope. There's the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast, gonna hit, nope. They recognize it, and they move out of the way before. Very, very nicely done. Is that enough though? They're gonna lose at least 1 Rax. Just gonna say it. It doesn't look good, and yeah, it will be the Radiance maneuver, I guess. Kinda okay with it. Anyway, teleports in. Are they going to get the Rax? Are they even going to get the Rax? Is it going to be defended? There's a cold feet immediately dropped on that Panda, but it's not going to hit. Is there going to be a clap? There's blink, 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 blink forward to clap. There it is. Beastmaster looking in a lot of trouble. The ultimate is being popped. There's going to be a stun immediately onto him. Morphling's going to wave in with a ton of damage. Quad Strike, they're going to hit him with everything they have, ending a killing spree. That's an extra ton of bounty. Gem of True Sight has been picked up on the Ancient Apparition. Wow, that's a sign that your supports are stacked. Queen of Pain. What you got? And yeah, I guess important thing, Spectre got out there alive and kicking. The Koala, El Koala. And she's almost very, very much on her way to her Radiance, only about another 300 gold. 250 gold? 300? Yeah, around there. Why the pings, guys? Why the pings? She has her Aegis as well, but she also has that Haunt, I guess, which makes things very, very confusing in a team fight. Yeah, she's going to get ganked upon. Unless she realizes it's going to run out. There's so much initiation. Nope, she's going to move back. Even without ward coverage, usually if everybody's missing, it's kind of assumed. Okay, this time Morphling, they need to start. I mean, this team fight is kind of forced that they have to sort of maneuver around. But Morphling, ideally, he would not be doing this. He would not be trying to make these big pushes. He would be trying to farm in a lane by himself. Haunt's going to go off. There's the initiation. Spectre's going to make a chase. Nope, not going to Haunt in. No, sorry, she hunted in for the Earthshaker. Apologies. It's going to be going. These team fights are so big. As in, they're everywhere. Queen of Pain. Everybody's looking for a target, but there's so much escape mechanism, so many escape mechanisms of all the heroes. Shadow Strike's going to be it. Not able to cast a phase shift. Going to get hit by that silence. And there's the phase shift. Silence finally off Dream Coil, but she's going to die anyway. Going to be access to kill a Creep Wave. Radiance has been completed. There's the mechanism. Heal up the Enchantress. Only the Enchantress was actually low, and as well as Nature's Intendants. Don't think that was necessary, but still, I mean, it's cool. More heal is always better than less heal. And there's going to be axes again. That Creep Wave is going to fall so fast. They're definitely going to want to push this. They did manage to get the top racks. That's important. Are they going to transition? Just do a bit of backdoor. Rack's almost completely healed. Hawk's going to scout out. Well, all the heroes, but they kind of knew they were there. Is there going to be anything going on? Are they actually going to commit to this push? Well, there's only one way to find out. Is to watch the game. Medallion of Courage. These heroes are stacked. In the meantime, Scourge Sentinel side. Not able to buy. Blink Dagger and an Earthshaker. Blink Dagger's a must. He's bought a Null Talisman. That's really not a substitute for Mana Boots. But at least now he has enough mana to cast his spells. And Bracer, that as well as Power Treads, that's just a sign that she does need the life. Blink Dagger is so effective on Alina. Is there going to be a go? Illusory Orb's going to come in. And there's as well as the Blink, as well as a stun, as well as an ultimate coming in. But there's going to be a Ice Blast going to hit all those pandas as well as that Morphling. A Roar's going to go off. They really, really want that Morphling. He's going to shatter, definitely. Beastmaster's going to fall. The big, well, not really that big, but Earthshaker's going to die anyway. His ultimate, there's going to be a blink in. Puck is going to drop to a Scream of Pain. In the meantime, is there going to be any follow-up? Pure damage, 1 shot, 2 shots. This is almost a team wipe. 3 shots, 4 shots. Oh, he's going to go down. Silence as well as Medallion of Courage. Definitely. That was an absolute team wipe. And I think by this point it's very, very difficult for the Sentinel to come back. I do believe that at this point Spectre can start working on her big late game items, her Heart, her Magic Style, Butterfly, whatever she wants. And I don't believe Morphling can catch up to her. His farm has not been the greatest farm we've ever seen from a hero. At the moment, unable to complete his Lincoln Sphere. 28 minutes in, it's just difficult at this point to win the game, I guess, is what I'm saying. And yeah, they're just going to take this Rex. No problem. Or is it? Or is it? Or is it going to be some huge comeback? Magnificent turnaround. Nope, Mechanism's going to heal absolutely everybody up. Spectre by this point, taking a lot, but she's got an Aegis on her. I don't think she cares. There's going to be a bit of a go made on Puck. Ancient Apparition Ice Blast is dodged. A few more right clicks. Both the range Rex does go down. Not really the Rex to care about though. And at this point, it's very, very difficult for the Scourge to win there. She has an Aegis. Unless it's going to time out very soon. There's the ultimate, and Aegis eventually is popped. Panda must pay for his life to bring down Aegis. And yeah, she's just going to get out of there. No problem. Wonder what she's going to go for. Diffuse Blade? Moment, an overwhelming victory for the Scourge, but some really nice AI splash. So I think I'm still going to post this one. Gem of True Sight. Yep, okay, sure, why not? Beastmaster. No further item progression. Queen of Pain. Oh, she finished it with an Orchid. What's going to be going? A Vitality Booster. What? Vitality Booster? Oh, into a Yasha. I'm like, what? Why the Vitality Booster, though? Some Rod of Atos or something. Is there like... Because I don't know the recipe for Rod of Atos. I'm just gonna assume it's the Rod of Atos, because Rod of Atos must be made out of Yasha and Vitality Booster. It's the only thing that I don't know the recipe for is Rod of Atos. And I think there's a Staff of Wizardry in there somewhere. So every time, like, I don't know, if somebody's making an item in a pub game, and I just have like, what item are you building? Like, let's just say I momentarily forget, based on components, I just assume it's Rod of Atos. But that's not the best item for Spectre. I know there has to be, like, just looking at it's a rod, right? So there must be a Staff of Wizardry. I just know it's dirt cheap and it's really good, and I always buy it for the Phoenix guy, which I never play, by the way. I very rarely play him, but I find it so good for him. It helps so much with that laser. I don't know if it's the best build. I'm definitely a noob. There's going to be a smoke coming in. There's going to take it. It's 5v4. There is the immediate initiation. Ice Blast is going to hit. All Panda's going to die before he can do anything. But their Beastmaster is going to fall as well. Now, we're going to see what the heck. Why is that Ancient Apparition so tanky, taking all the damage? Morphling going to go down. Why is he so tanky? 1400 health on an Ancient Apparition. Taking full hits. And there is the GG has been called. And they have left the game. Are they going to actually end this? Nope. And you get to see the Warcraft screen.